Hi, today we'll discuss about AWS region and availability zone in Amazon Cloud. An AWS region is basically the most important and the very first configuration one has to be doing in the account. After they set up the IAM users, once you got your credential for your account set up in the cloud. Before I go into what a region is, let's just log into our account. So once you got your IAM account, you will be having access to the list of services which your account is enabled with. So after that, what you will be seeing is you will have to go towards this menu at the top where you will see like manage region. Region is basically the most important configuration one will be trying to do in the AWS cloud account setup. The reason being the cloud is going to represent what a system is doing in a real time. For example, if you are trying to set up a website in India, you will wanted to have your physical server should be present in India because when you buy a machine, when you buy a desktop, you will have it own it physically. So for example, if you will have a server, you will want it to have it in. If you are from India, you basically want it to be server also to be in India. Cloud is basically the same thing. Instead of having your server physically right next to you, instead of that, you probably will have that in a cloud environment. So a region is a very important step that has to be decided when you're trying to configure any application. Any step that you wanted to do with your account generally depends upon the region setup. So when you click here, generally it is going to be set with global. You will come to your manage region, and when you see the managed region, you will be listed with this page. And if you look at it, you will have nearly 30 region. For example, so you have Africa, Cape Town, and then you have Asia, and you have Europe, you have Middle East, and you have US West, US East, and South America. So here, for example, if you look at this thing, by default, I have couple of regions enabled and most of the regions are disabled. The more number of region you use, the more number of services could be launched in such in particular region, for example. Let's just see. Here I have global. And if I wanted to launch a website in, say, let's say Europe, so let's say that I wanted to launch an application in Europe, and let's say it is going to be Frankfurt. So I'm going to open an EC2 instance. So when I come here, when I'm trying to come to the EC2 instance, here I will have to choose the region. Say if it is going to be Europe, I'm choosing Europe Frankfurt. So basically I'm trying to create an instance in the Frankfurt region, and what one needs to be knowing about the region is, so a region is going to represent the data center at the particular location that you're choosing. So suppose if I'm choosing Frankfurt, Europe, my data center is going to be located in and around the Europe Frankfurt. And one of the reasons that one should be knowing what a region is going to do is, for example, if your region is going to be Asia specific and if it is going to be India, so in India you kind of have two availability zones. One is in the Mumbai and you have one in the Hyderabad. The reason to have multiple availability zone is even when the server is going to be down in, say, in Mumbai, so during that time you will have a backup in the other places. So AWS currently has nearly 32 regions are available, and you have 105 availability zones, and they have also announced for 18 more availability zones and 6 more AWS region in Asia, in Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Thailand. So how do you wanted to choose this region? So one of the point that people needs to consider is the regulations and compliance. For example, if you wanted to set up a cloud environment for, let's say, a government project from US, you obviously would not want to keep your data center in any other country other than US itself, because data pertaining to your government officials of US will definitely not want to have their data center in different region. The very first reason could be like it's due to compliance and regulations from the US government itself. So such constraints will come when you are trying to choose a region. And second will be the latency. The closer it is to the region that you wanted to access your cloud, the better it is to choose the region that is, that is closer to that. So if your users are going to be from India or from mainland China or something, it is better to choose your region in the Asia Pacific rather than choosing it somewhere from Europe or US. And third is cost. Based on the region that you choose, pricing system will be varying to the accounts that are using the regions. And the fourth is the price and the cost are basically same. So the point is, depending upon the region that you choose, your price is going to be varying. Sometimes people could get confused like why is region so much important? Because everything in the cloud is representation of what one does in the real time, like building an application or setting up some server. Everything is basically based on some location in the world, right? So that is it about region. Thank you.